So tonight we're doing chicken caprese, and I know for a fact over the last however many years that I've seen it on the menu, I think there's some salad variations of that I have not been saying that right all along. So I always try and Google stuff if I'm not certain before I go on camera in front of everybody and mispronounce it. And it's a good thing I did Google it because I had totally been saying it wrong. I don't know how you say it. Maybe you're shocked too when you look at the spelling, but I did not realize that's what it's called. So for this evening, we're cooking on the Mini Max egg. We've got, just showing what we've got here, the Mini Max egg on top of the portable nest. So that allows us the portability to take it apart here and take it with us. And then I've got the mates, those also just pop off of here. I've got my stuff ready to go there. So we'll get started by putting the chicken on because it's going to take a little bit longer to cook. And then we'll explain what else we've got going on here. This also holds all your spot for all your tools, your ash tool, your tongs, whatever you're cooking with. It's got the little hooks there. Just going to give this one last little brush. We're at about 425 degrees direct grilling right over the charcoal tonight. So I think the last time we might have been baking. You can grill, roast, smoke, or bake. And tonight we're going to grill these chicken breasts. So I've got 2 breasts I'm going to put on here. Let me think about location because we can put this whole meal on here eventually. But I want to give these a head start. And for the chicken, we've got salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, and Italian seasoning that is on the chicken breast. So we're going to let those get a head start so they can start cooking. The rest of the meal that we're doing here, we're going to do the entire meal on the Big Green Egg tonight. So then to finish it off, we've got baked potato. We're going to actually do grilled baked potato. That's a new recipe. I've tried twice baked potatoes, all kinds of potatoes, but this you actually take a baked potato and then finish it off on the grill, which will be interesting. We'll actually get some char marks on there, and then we're going to do some skewers of the Brussels sprouts. So we've got salt and pepper and olive oil on the Brussels sprouts, and salt, pepper, and olive oil on the potato as well. So I'm going to go ahead and, this chicken's cruising along, I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to put just a little more olive oil so we don't stick. We've just got a couple skewers here with these Brussels sprouts. We basically cut the ends off and then cut them in half and then season them with the salt and pepper and olive oil. And same thing, this is a baked potato. Just a little underdone than normal because it's going to cook a little bit more when we grill it. No matter how we plan, we always seem to have a leftover baked potato when we do steaks or something.
Seems to work out well.
It does. Okay, and I'm going to start with the potatoes, and I'm going to go, I don't know if you call that meat side down, open side down, whatever we want to call that. Don't want them touching the chicken, but right there in the center should be enough. And actually, these aren't hot yet. I can actually get those going on there. On our veggies here, it calls for, I believe it was 10 to 15 minutes. So we gave it about a 5-minute head start. And I'm actually, now I don't want to waste any olive oil. We'll give that a little drizzle over the Brussels sprouts. As those that know me would know, I'm not been known to eat many Brussels sprouts. But you throw it on the grill and I'll try just about anything. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit there. I'll turn the chicken breast over here when they're about halfway through. Do a little drive-by. So I'm gonna turn the baked potatoes over. They've been going for about 6 minutes. Got just a little bit of char on the outside there. Flip over our asparagus. That's starting to look pretty good.
Brussels sprouts.
See ya. Have a good night. I said asparagus, didn't I? Yeah, I think that might be I think that might be a cousin, maybe, to the family.
Sure.
Check her. Flip our chicken over here and check it. It's really starting to smell pretty good. Never know who you're going to run into out here, I guess. Okay, so I don't know how many times. You probably get tired of hearing it. These are worth their weight in gold. Keeps it from being guesswork on whether or not the chicken's done. And you don't want to cut into it. We're 150 to 6 degrees there. Just a little bit less there. We're getting pretty close. We're shooting for 160 if we let it rest.
Cheese has to melt anyway.
True, we do have to melt the cheese on there. These are some thicker pieces of mozzarella, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing that now. Okay, so to complete the chicken caprese, that right? Caprese. I think I added an
You
M on
looked
that
it
one.
up.
I added an M on that one, I think. I'm already, the heat's getting to me here or something, but it's all good. So we have some thick cut mozzarella here. We're gonna put on here because this is gonna take a little bit to melt. And then what I'm gonna do after this, I'm gonna shut the lid. If you're looking, the saying we have with the big green egg, if you're looking, you're not cooking. For all the magic to happen in the big green egg, it happens when the lid is closed. It keeps all the moisture in the food that you're cooking. And it'll even help that cheese taste better. So what I've got going on here, as soon as that cheese melts, we're gonna take that off. We've got fresh sliced tomatoes. We have fresh basil that we're gonna put on top. I've got chopped basil we'll hit on top, and then some garnished basil, and then we have a balsamic reduction. I might even, now that I think about it, it's pretty good stuff. Unless you disagree, I might put a little bit of this on the Brussels sprouts. What do you think?
Sure. Just a little.
It's great when the camera can talk to you. Make sure you don't make mistakes like that. I'm gonna get just a little more char on those potatoes. Flip those over so that vinegar can kind of incorporate. I think we're getting close here. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking our veggies off. So we've got our skewers here. Grilled Brussels sprouts. Grilled baked potato. I'm looking forward to trying this one. I'm looking forward to trying this whole recipe. Normally I do Brussels sprouts, I would do it in a cast iron skillet, even still on the egg, but I think this is gonna get maybe a little bit more of the kind of that oaky flavor from the charcoal doing it this way. And same thing on the baked potato. It's probably not getting a whole lot of flavor when it's
Nice and crispy.
yeah, I'm gonna double check these. We're probably there now. We've got the Big Green Egg makes a version of this. This is actually ThermoWorks ThermoPen. These things are super quick, super accurate. We are good to go. Cheese is melted. So now what we're gonna do is take the chicken off. Chicken Caprese. I have to think about it, but I got it there. And I guess I don't need to use the tongs on the garnish here. Basil first or tomato?
I think tomato.
So we're gonna put tomato right over the top. We have a little bit less tomato here because I'm not as big of a tomato fan, but I'm trying a new thing. I'm finally starting to grow up. I'm eating some salad when I didn't used to. I've had more salad in the last month or so than I've had my entire life. Okay, so we'll sprinkle a little of the fresh basil on top.
Good.
And a voice
Basil's strong.
voice from above there. All right, and then we have some basil for garnish. Just put that here for now. For those watching, you can probably tell this is not what I normally do. If I'm being honest, I'd bring it in and set it down in the kitchen and then it ends up on a plate. But, all right, and then we're just gonna drizzle our balsamic vinegar reduction over the top. I'm in the way. And then we'll just shut down the Big Green Egg there. The charcoal goes out in 20 minutes. It's ready to cook the next time with the same charcoal. So there is our chicken caprese, a grilled baked potato, and grilled Brussels sprouts. I'm holding it up to you.
Forget I'm short.
Let me turn it around here where you can see.